My name is Herbert Branch Turner. I was born near New York City, a city called Yonkers, and I was born in 1926. That's just about the time of the beginning of the Depression.
Noted architect, artist, businessman Herb Turner recalls his early days. While born during the Depression era, he doesn't remember it as a period of extreme poverty.
It wasn't buoyant, but it was, work hard, everybody's in a depression. You had to work hard. You assumed you did, and if you wanted to go to the movies, Dad would give me 10 cents if I mowed the lawn. It took all Saturday morning. Kids didn't know about it so much, but everyone accepted the way it was.
Another important recollection growing up in rural New York as he was coming of age in high school, the reality of a world war.
In the senior year, the war was on, and a lot of people were being drafted out of the class, but particularly the senior class. If they were old enough to go, the government would take them. A teacher of mine suggested that all the leaders in the country are from West Point graduates. Well, the Eisenhower and all those group. And so I should go to West Point.
The West Point years were formative ones for Herb Turner. For example, it again reinforced the notion that hard work was its own reward.
Well, the mood of the country in those days was World War II, and we're getting out of the Depression because everybody had a job. In fact, my mother worked in a defense plant, an airport defense plant, to earn enough money to take care of the properties we had.
In addition, the life of a disciplined cadet proved to be a great preparation for later life.
I think it's the best training you can get. Everyone tries to be a good cadet and do right things so they get better grades and get to be a captain of cadets or a sergeant or something.
It was while striving for this goal that he experienced what could have been for many a major setback. But for Herb Turner, it proved to open another path to a more rewarding life. While competing in a soccer match against much bigger opponents, he raced for a loose ball against the quarterback of the West Point football team. Both arrived at the same time.
I kicked, he kicked, and he got the ball and my leg broke off to the right side. And so I knew when I was going to run on it again, there's nothing there. And so I fell down and laid on the ground, rolled around on the ground, and I said, I got to straighten out my legs. So I lifted them up in the air as high as I could, and I slammed it against the ground as hard as I could. My roommate came down, he says, "Oh, it's okay, Herb, your leg is straight." So that few seconds there changed my whole career.
No longer was there a clear path for Herb Turner. The long rehabilitation gave him time to think and wonder. Why did he have these strong creative artistic urges? Why did working as an artist for the West Point Annual hold such interest? Why did he strive to form an art club at a military school, a school where none had existed previously? A trip to an Army head shrink to undergo a battery of tests proved revealing.
I wonder, is there something wrong with that? He says, no, not really. Says you might want to become a farmer. Nothing wrong with that either. So, but I'm going to give you some exams and see what's going on. I says, well, fine, I'd be happy to take them and see what's happening. Well, I took them, and he came back and gave me what the exams showed. He says, well, you want to be an Army officer, you want to be an artist, and that's what it shows. Oh, and you also want to be an architect.
Herb Turner's grandfather was a prominent builder. His mother studied architecture at Columbia. For Turner, the study of art and architecture came naturally. You might say it was organic. He resolved to pursue both with increased vigor.
My whole life is about doing something, and a lot of things. And you want to do them well, and you don't want to talk about it because it's in here, it's mine, and look at the work.